Greetings everyone. Today we will discuss about another type of communicable disease, that is surface infections. We will discuss causative agents, mode of transmission and prevention of these four diseases: trachoma, tetanus, rabies and leprosy. We will discuss it as per the syllabus of D.Pharm first year HECP. So what is surface infection? Surface infections are those infections which occur through the skin or by the direct touch of the portion of the body. So first disease is trachoma. It is a bacterial infection that affects the eyes. Trachoma is the leading preventable cause of blindness worldwide. That means a leading cause of blindness is trachoma because it is neglected. And another thing, it is very much contagious diseases. Causative organism for trachoma is Chlamydia trachomatis. So mode of transmission, it is easily spread through direct personal contact, shared towels, cloths, that is fomites, these things are called fomites, and the flies that have come in contact with the eyes or nose of an infected person. What are the signs and symptoms of trachoma? First thing, it affects both the eyes. So what are the symptoms observed in those eyes? Mild itching or irritation of the eyes and eyelid. Mild to severe. Eye discharge containing mucus and pus. Eyelid swelling. Light sensitivity, that is you cannot go in broad daylight. If you go to the sun, then what will happen? You will feel severe irritation. Then eye pain, eye redness, and if neglected, not treated, then vision loss may also occur. What is the prevention and control? Surgery to treat the blinding stage of the disease. Antibiotics to treat infection. Particularly large scale treatment of all individuals. Tetracycline eye ointment or oral and oral azithromycin. So if there is a chance of blindness due to some damage in the eye, then surgery could be an option, and antibiotic must be given, and large scale treatment of all the tetracycline eye ointment and oral azithromycin can be given. Then another thing, facial cleanliness, especially during infectious period. Face must be cleaned several times in a day. Then environmental improvement, particularly improving access to water and sanitation. Airy room and clean room, changing of bed sheet, bed cover every day. These are the these things has to be done to improve the living environment. Then tetanus. Tetanus is a serious bacterial infection that causes painful muscle spasm and can lead to death. So tetanus is a disease, muscle cramps happens and people may die out of it. Tetanus is a potentially fatal bacterial infection that affects the nerves. Tetanus is caused by bacterium called Clostridium tetani. Spores of tetanus bacteria are everywhere in the environment, including soil, dust, and manure. It is an anaerobic bacteria, and the chances of their presence is more on the rusted surface. This type of material, rusted knife, rusted hook, rusted shovels, etc. From if you have a cut and injury, the chances of infection is more. The spore develop into bacteria when they enter into the body. Mode of infection, we already have discussed tetanus bacteria are more likely to infect certain breaks in the skin. These include wounds contaminated with dirt, poop or spit, wound caused by an object puncturing the skin like nail or needle can invite tetanus infection. Sign and symptom, tetanus causes painful muscle contraction and particularly in the jaws and the neck. It can interfere with the ability to breathe, restlessness, and breathing problem. Eventually, it may cause death due to suffocation. Whole body, there could be mild to high fever, high blood pressure, nervous system dysfunction or sweating. Muscular muscle spasm, cramping, facial muscle spasm or stiff muscles. Respiratory, we have already discussed episodes of no breathing or shortness of breathing. Also common symptoms are locked jaws, abdominal rigidity, difficulty in swallowing, drooling, fast heart rate, irritability, spasm and arched back and neck or stiff neck. That is why person become very much stiff. That is why it is also called dhanush tankar. Prevention and control. If tetanus infection occurs, then chances of death is very high. Tetanus can be prevented. Prevention is the main procedure to prevent tetanus. So how could be treated? By immunization with tetanus toxoid containing vaccines, TTCV. However, people who recover from tetanus do not have natural immunity and can be infected again. That is, if you take tetanus vaccines, then you will get the immunity for few years. After that, you may again get the infection. So periodic infection with booster dose must be taken. If infection occurs, then what is to be done? That is treatment with antibiotic and supportive care. Antibiotic treatment must be given to kill the microorganism. Second thing, supportive care, that is respiration is slowing down or some organ is failing or there is severe muscle cramp. For those things some medication can be and supportive things must be given. So treatment mainly focuses on the managing the complication. Rabies, it's a deadly virus spread to people from the saliva of the infected animals. Rabies is usually transmitted through an animal bite, for example from stray dogs, fox, bats, etc. Causative organism, it's a kind of neurotropic RNA virus called rhabdovirus. So rabies virus is transmitted through direct contact such as through broken skin or mucous membranes or in the eyes, nose or mouth, with saliva or brain nervous system tissue from the infected animal. People easily get rabies from the bite of the rabid animals like dogs, fox, etc. So what is happening? So if you have a if you have an injury, some infected animal, lick it, or if you are contaminated with the saliva of that animal, then you may get the infection. And as the other thing, if that animal, infected animal, bite someone, then in the get chances of getting infection is very high. Incubation period, the duration of illness is very short lasting, only for 2 to 5 days. The end is always fatal. So that is, if you have a dog, then cat, fox bite, you should take the preventive vaccines. Symptom: fever, headache, excess salivation, muscle spasm, paralysis and mental confusion. Pain areas: the pain mainly occurs in the muscles. Whole body: there could be dizziness, fatigue, fever, loss of appetite or malaise. Psychological: delirium, fear or hallucination. So there is pain in the muscles, especially in the muscles present in the throat. Muscular spasm or paralysis with weak muscles. Sensory: pins and needles or sensitivity to light. Behavioral: aggression or irritability. Gastrointestinal: nausea and vomiting. Another thing is anxiety, brain death, coma, difficulty in swallowing, dilated pupil, drooling, excessive salivation, headache, mental confusion, seizure or stiff neck. So it is said that if someone has rabies infection, they may be afraid of drinking water. That is only a myth. He may refuse to drink water because of the severe pain in the throat and spasm in the GIT. Prevention and control: it is this rabies vaccine is also very much rabies is also very lethal disease, and it can also only be prevented by vaccination. So first thing, vaccination of pets, cats, dogs must be vaccinated. That is the dog, cat, that is the pet animals which are staying in the house, they must be vaccinated so that do not get infection anyway. The pets must be confined, that is they should be kept inside the home. If they go outside, they can play with other animals who are also already infected. Protect small space from predators, they, as we have seen during the infection, you see this is from the wild animal this disease comes. So from wild animal to other animals it spread. So we must protect our animals from the predator. So even if they are not killed, they may get infection due to bite from the predator. Report stray animal to local authorities. If some suspicious animals are located near the house, that must be informed to the local authorities so that they can catch them and treat them or kill them. And wild animals should not be approached because it may bite you and it may be already infected animal. Bat should be kept out of the home. Bat bite can also cause infection. So one thing with this disease, the infected animal which is otherwise calm may tend to bite during the infection. So when the animal is infected, it becomes very much aggressive. Bitten person must be treated with anti-rabies vaccine or ARV and human anti-rabies globulin. This anti-human globulin, this is kind of antibody which will give immediate protection, and anti-rabies vaccine which it will give further protection. So if someone is traveling outside, there is a chance of getting dog bite, rat bite, or some cat bite. So in that case, vaccine, if you have not taken vaccine in recent times, you may get rabbit vaccine before traveling, especially before the long tour. Immunization for pre-exposure prophylaxis. So that is the immunization must be done as a prophylaxis measure, because this rabies is a very dangerous disease, more than 90% fatal. Leprosy, it's a chronic curable infectious disease mainly causing skin lesions and nerve damage. It is also called Hansen's disease. Leprosy is caused by infection with the bacterium Mycobacterium leprae. It mainly affects the skin, eyes, nose and peripheral nerves. There are two types of leprosy. One is lepromatous leprosy and tuberculoid leprosy. These are most infectious type of leprosy. Other types also exist: borderline leprosy, intermediate leprosy, etc. Signs and symptoms: it mainly affects the skin and mucous membrane, soft moist areas just inside the body opening. Discolored patches of skin, usually fat, that may be numb and look faded higher than the skin around. So these patches, so they will come above the normal skin level. Then growth of nodules on the skin. So there may be nodules, maybe some bumpy area may be formed inside the skin. Thick, steep or dry skin. Painless ulcer on the sole of the feet. Painless swelling of lumps on the face or earlobes. Loss of eyebrows and eyelashes. Gradually, with the progress in the disease, there could be loss of organs. The finger may be lost. Then even hands or other parts could be lost due to infection. So deformities, that is why deformities may appear in different part of the body. Loss of finger, toes, ulcer in the foot, foot drop, etc. may occur. Etc. may occur. Prevention and control. Treatment with MDT or multi-drug therapy with 3 antibiotics. There is the common regimen: dapsone, rifampicin and clofazimine. This is the drug for treatment of leprosy, commonly used. And a modified MDT, that is the 2 antibiotic dapsone and rifampicin. It is recommended. This is the ordinary treatment, and sometime this regimen or this combination sometimes changed in order to deal with the resistance of the microorganism. Continued discrimination has deterred people from coming forward for diagnosis and treatment and encouraged cases to remain hidden, indirectly contributing to transmission. So what does it mean? That is those people who suspect they have leprosy, they do not express it outside, or they do not go to the hospital because they fear discrimination. People will hate them, they will lose their social contacts. So out of fear they do not come out for treatment, and the disease become worse and the chances of infection also increases. Social stigma also facilitate transmission among vulnerable groups, as I told you, just discussed, including migrant population, displaced communities and very poor and hard to reach populations. Combating stigma and ensuring early diagnosis through active early case finding is critical to making progress. So this thing already discussed. So you must approach the people so that they come out of this stigma, because it is just an ordinary disease if treated early with just a simple MDT for few months. Then social and economic rehabilitation of the people who suffered from leprosy and abandoned by their family. As many community, many local people, they feel that leprosy is a curse. So once someone get it, their family abandon them. Even their parents, their children, their wives, they are abandoned by their families because of the disease. And even with the effort or force from the government, they refuse to take them back. In that case, those people who are abandoned by their family must be rehabilitated, both financially and socially. They should be rehabilitated, that is, they should be given training so that they can earn their livelihood, and socially there should be a community to accept them. So that is all about the surface infection. I thank you for watching.